Okay, so I do want to take some time to talk about why I am so optimistic about XR technologies and why I believe that XR technologies will become a deep market, if not a mass market, in the next 5 years. I think it's largely because of some of the human use cases that these technology stacks, these XR technology stacks will make possible. And one of the first ones that I want to talk about is holographic telepresence. That is a crazy idea. It's so sci-fi, and to be honest, that's the ultimate promise of XR tech. You can have your mom or your dad or your loved one right in front of you, rendered in a hologram, real time, and you can interact with them. On the internet, human beings first started communicating with each other through some sort of text format. Then came pictures, 2D pixels on a screen. Then came videos. Then came live videos. And now we're talking about VR MMOs and holographic telepresence through VR and AR hardware. Essentially, that's the next level in this continuum of immersion into each other's lives. One of the primary reasons I would imagine a company, a social company like Facebook, invested in Oculus and acquired it for 2 billion or whatever it was in 2013, 2014. And now we've come to a point where there are companies that have already started demoing real-time holographic telepresence in partnership with AT&T, NBA, things of those nature. And so I can see that vision come home. I can see that vision come home in the next 5 years. And because it's such a human use case, I see and observe and I expect that people will start adopting VR, AR hardware because of that use case in their living rooms. And that's why I feel like once the technology stack is built to make that use case possible, artists and other creatives can use that technology stack to express their art. You can be sitting in your living room and you could groove with your favorite artist. If you're really into, I don't know, Maroon 5 or Creed or whoever you like, they could have a music video in the form of a hologram being projected right in front of you in your living room, and you can groove with them if you want. That's novel. That's literally VR, AR creating new choices and possibilities in the way artists connect with their fans and the way fans connect with their artists. That's game changing. So a human use case like holographic telepresence will convince investors to put money into the technology stacks, emissive displays, internet bandwidths over 5G, holograms, VR, AR game development, etc., and bring this vision home. And once that tech stack exists, artists can use that to express themselves, and as I said earlier, create new choices and possibilities in the way they interact with fans. So that's the first use case I want to talk about, which will lead to inevitable adoption of VR, AR hardware by the masses. The next one is kind of something that was articulated in the skit that I showed you earlier. Google Maps through an AR glass, if you will. We've all seen that mobile Google Maps UX, very effective, but it still is not the most human way of getting from point A to point B. In a way, we look on our screens, we're not focused on what's happening around us. We're driving our car, we're looking at our phone, and we're not focused on what's in front of us in the road. But if we were wearing an AR glass, in a way, we're more present with our physical world. And that's the role of technology. Technology is supposed to empower us. Technology is supposed to solve our problems. Technology is supposed to make us more present with our physical world. The divide between the digital and the physical world essentially is being reduced by XR tech. And that's one of the major reasons why I love it, and one of the major reasons why I believe it will lead to mass adoption. Once that's done, we can have a lot of fun. And I want to talk about some entertaining XR tech use cases now. If there was any use case or an application that I would want to build or want to get involved with is real-time cricket in VR. I can imagine a 14-year-old, 15-year-old version of me putting on a VR headset through light field technology, the whole tech stack being built by Intel right now. You would have a real-time rendering of, say, someone like a Ishan Sharma, 6 feet 5 inches tall, running in hard, flowing hair, and I'm ready to face him. And I don't know if he's gonna aim for my face or if he's gonna york me on my toes, pitch me a toe crusher, 100 miles per hour, 90 miles per hour, however fast he is. So I'm anticipating. I'm tuned into the live sports experience of cricket. I don't know if I want to go on my back foot. I don't know if I want to go on my front foot. That's where the neuroscience aspect of VR comes into play, where your brain is anticipating in VR, real time, during a cricket game as to what you're supposed to do, essentially training you as a sports fan, a 14, 15-year-old, or however old you may be, to become a better batsman. And all I want to do on a global leaderboard when I'm trying to compete with all other cricket fans is I want to hit a six. I want to hit a home run. That's fascinating. And that's considering the human use cases that I just articulated in holographic telepresence and the Google Maps, AR, UX, and now cricket, the high-level use cases that I want to talk about, both in terms of human use cases as well as entertaining use cases that will lead to this eventual adoption of VR, AR hardware by the masses. I strongly believe that that's where the future is, in terms of progression of VR, AR, XR tech in general, and that's my message for you. I mean, this tech exists. It to some extent it needs to catch up, and it's largely dependent on investments that will go towards these use cases. But if I've learned anything, learning about technologies and how they get built and how they get sold is, as human beings, we imagine something, we put our passion and efforts towards it and investment in terms of time and money and everything, and we bring that vision home. So I'm very optimistic and very excited about where XR tech will end up in 5 years. But I am willing to say XR future is very bright, guys.
The third thing we did wasn't as popular. We closed the Oasis on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I know it sounds like a weird move, but people need to spend more time in the real world. Because, like Halliday said, reality is the only thing that's real.
So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it! Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can!